donkey in a tiger's skin. A washerman named Vilasa lived in Hastinapur. He had a donkey who carried his heavy loads. But the washerman never had enough to feed him, so the poor donkey became weak. One day Vilasa found a tiger's skin lying on a road. While he was on his rounds, he picked it up and then, slowly, an idea began to form in his head. This skin is very useful, he thought. I will put it on my donkey and let him loose to graze in a field of corn. If anyone sees an animal in the field, they will think it is a tiger. They'll be so frightened that they usually run away. The washerman felt he had come up with a brilliant idea, and that night he put the tiger's skin on his donkey and let him out near the cornfields to graze. The poor donkey's fate. Soon the washerman's donkey began to look plump and healthy. He was not exhausted carrying his master's loads on his rounds. The farmer to whom the cornfields belonged was not very happy. He would find his corn had been grazed every day. He began to keep watch at night, holding a stout cudgel. Soon he found that a tiger crept into his field at night. Tigers don't eat corn, thought the farmer, puzzled. But he kept watch regularly. He put a guard armed with a bow and arrow to watch his field. One day, when the donkey was grazing in the field, the guard saw him. The donkey saw some movement and thought it was a female donkey coming to make friends. He brayed loudly. The guard was furious, finding that it was a donkey and not a tiger grazing in his cornfield. The guard shot an arrow and killed the donkey immediately. Longbill explains. Longbill heard the king's story but said, I told them, sir, that you will also become petty, like a petty master, if you serve him. They asked the crane, what do you mean? Haven't you ever looked into trick mirrors? In them, a fat man will appear thin, and a giant will look like a mouse, replied Longbill. Have you never heard the story of the elephant who was deceived by moonlight? The attendants asked him what the story was. So the crane told them the story of the elephant and the hare. It was a story in which even the might of King Elephant could not defeat the trickery of a wise old hare. He was deceived by a hare and some moonlight. His herd had to withdraw from a lake because of their foolish master. The Elephant's Dilemma. Long ago in a forest, there lived a herd of elephants. They had a lake where they would regularly drink and bathe. During one rainy season, however, there was very little rain, so their lake became dry. The elephants needed a lot of water. Soon they became desperate, so they went to their king and pleaded with him, Sir, our lake has run dry. The little animals can find sufficient water in puddles and small streams, but we need a lot of water. Please find a new source or we will all die of thirst. King Elephant found another lake in the forest and led his herd to it. The elephants were delighted and rushed into it. They ignored the hares that lived on the banks. Many of the little hares were crushed under the massive feet of the elephants and died.
Thanks for watching. Do like, share, subscribe to Sahil Book House.